You wanna close that door?
Nah, leave it open. There's always room for more.
Can you pass me that sage so we can cleanse this space, please?
I can't.
Hey, peace, and welcome back to the Divinity Podcast. I am your host, Divinity, the Pod MC, and this is Season 3. Season 3, y'all, the finale. This is the very last episode of this season entitled One for the Road. Now, I named it One for the Road. Well, you know, it's episode 14, One for the Road. I know. Y'all be, give me that. Come on now. Y'all some tough critics. One for the Road, really? But I named it that way because when we started this season with episode 1 of season 3 entitled The Landing, we said we were coming in for the landing, hitting the road, running with everything we desired, everything we dreamed of, everything we wanted to do. I see you starting that clothing line, sis. I see you writing that book, sis. I see you starting that business, bro. I see you starting that men's group. I see you starting that women's group. I see you doing the things that you said you were going to do when you had the vision in 2020 and you brought it to fruition in 2021. Okay? So one for the road, because we've come in for the landing. I already gave y'all episode 1, but we're going to get into it. The little tidbits in that episode is the intro to season 3. We have a new intro. You know, we used my beautiful, beautiful engineers to start the season off with a fresh beat. Our very own. So there's no copywriting. There's no lawsuit saying, oh, you used my beat. No, that's my shit. My engineers made that for me. Absolutely. So that's how we start season 1 off. And one little thing I'll take away from that before we get on to episode 2 is I told you it's okay to look back sometimes to see how far you've come. And if people are talking about you, they're going to do that regardless. When you're good, you're bad, you're up, you're down, somebody is always going to have something to say. And if they do it behind your back, even better, because they're in the perfect position to kiss your ass. And I said what I said. So season 3, episode 2, entitled To Learn, to Love Ya. Self-explanatory. When are you going to learn to love you? What does loving you look like? Because it's the times when, you know, you're going through those challenges, you need to have some grace for yourself. You need to show yourself some compassion. To learn to love you looks like you finding out that people loved the idea of you, but they couldn't really handle you and they didn't really have your best interests at heart. And when you learn to love yourself, you know what unconditional love feels and looks like. So you start to drift away from those things. Everybody can't go with you. Everybody can't go with you. Everybody can't be a part of the gang, which is episode 3 of season 3. That's the title for episode 3, gang, where I get into the history of the Crips and the Bloods and the Vice Lords, and other little tidbits about that episode include the unity. Sometimes it's always best to go back and read your history and learn who you are and how these things originally started, because it's usually from some type of oppression. It's usually from some type of denial, some type of prejudice, some type of racism, that these things in turn out to be better for the community. Yeah, okay, what about black on black crime? Why is it that it's always black on black crime? Crime is what happens when you live in the proximity of all the people in the demographic. Crime happens within the proximity. So if the demographic is majority black, of course there's going to be crime against black people. If the majority of the neighborhood is white, there's going to be crime with white on white. If it's in a Chinese or Asian or whatever else, it's going to be crime against each other. That happens, but we got to come above that and realize that, why is that a coined phrase, black on black crime? As if other crime is not happening out here. But I digress. Back to the gang, gang, gang. Are you in a gang? Are you doing what you need to do? Because back then, gangs would make sure they protected the community. They fed the community, loved the community. For God's sakes, look at the Black Panthers. They were considered a terrorist group. But when you look into the history and you look into the actual factuals of everything, you will see that the WIC program started with the Black Panther Party. They created that. And they want to talk about crime, black on black crime. How about crimes against humanity? It is the 100th year, the 100-year celebration of Black Wall Street in Tulsa as of May 30th. 31st, June 1st. 1 year later, death anniversary of George Floyd. Memorial Day was started by Black people, May 1st. Because they would take the soldiers, the Black soldiers' bodies, and just throw them in a one big hole. So enslaved people who were freed. Notice how I put that. I didn't say slaves, freed slaves. I said enslaved people that were freed. Dug up those bodies in that one big hole and gave them an individual grave site to respect and pay honor, give them their homage and pay them honor as they deserve because they fought for this country and won a war. Things happen when you read a book. It was illegal for you to read, but it was legal. It was illegal for you to read, but it was legal to make you enslaved. I digress. Season 3, episode 4, Something for Nothing. Come on now. How many times have you given your all to get nothing back? You need to recharge. You're always so tired. You feel unappreciated. You feel unwanted. Adulting is tiring for you because you give so much of your energy to people, places, and things that don't reciprocate it. So you can't even charge your own battery. You keep giving something for nothing in return. And that's a problem. Because how can you be your best if you always tired? Excuse me. How can you be your best if you are constantly on the go and you can't even slow down to see that the things that you need are right in front of you and it's in the mirror? It's you. So something for nothing. Season 3, episode 5, entitled A Fifth of V. First of all, that was me swiping my nose like Bruce Lee would do. A Fifth of V is the episode where I get into how I speak my truth, right? And a fifth of V is just like I'm that liquor that when you digest it, it causes you to speak the truth because drunk men and women speak sober thoughts. Lights on. But anyway, I digress. That episode was fun to make. The promo for it was dope. I wanted to get some more stuff for that, but cut for time, Corona, whatever. I still made it happen though. I did it. I didn't shoulda, coulda, woulda. I did it. So a fifth of V is just you taking a shot at this truth and me empowering you to speak your truth. Season 3, episode 6, entitled Watch Your Six at All Times. Now, I did that episode with Liv, a little movement, and Key, my beautiful, beautiful engineers. I love y'all, man. I miss y'all. Congratulations on the move. I'm so happy for you. But now, it's hard being away from y'all. I love you anyway. I love you so much. Thank you for constantly pushing me. Thank you for constantly being a reminder that I'm doing enough. I am enough. And having you in my life has made my life that much more richer because I reflect you too. And we never belittle each other. We might do a little friendly banter every now and then, but I just thank you for loving me unconditionally and teaching me so much as I in turn do the same for you. But that episode, Watch Your Six at All Times, is the episode basically paraphrasing Watch Your Back. You got some real live snakes out here. You got some real live wolves out here. You got some real live leeches out here. Oh, man. Watch your six at all times. What does that look like for you? How do you watch your own back? Can you trust the people around you in your circle to do that for you, as in turn you do that for them? Something to think about, right? Season 3, episode 7, entitled Let It Go. That was the episode we bought in the new year with. Ooh, that was such a feel-good episode for me. Because let me tell you something. 2020 was the year to correct the vision, right? I asked for the vision to be corrected so that in 2021, I can bring the things that I've been praying for into fruition. And this year, man, 2021, January, let it go. Anything that no longer serves you needs to be let go so you can make room for the things that you need to help you get to that level you so dream of. Letting go, let it go. You don't feel wanted. You don't feel loved. You're in a dead relationship. You're the only one keeping the battery jumped. You're the only one keeping it alive. If you don't feel how Anita Baker sound, and by the way, Anita Baker is if jazz was a person. Just let me know that I am special to you, my angel. Dreams are dreams, some dreams come true. I found a real dream, baby, when I found you. And you're so strong and tender to my angel. If it don't feel like that, you need to get if he don't wanna. You need to get if she don't wanna love you the right way. Ain't gonna let it go. Let me rock, y'all. I'm having fun. It's the last episode. Let me do what I do, because I be who I be, and I'm a vibe, V-I-B. Yeah, that's me. Finger snap. So let it go, man. Whatever it is weighing you down, whatever it is keeping you from your goals, whatever it is limiting your ambition, let it go. Dead end job, let it go. Gots to go. See you when I see you. Now, season 3, episode 8. Man, I love that episode. And I love that episode because I named it Kobe. It's only right, number 8, Kobe. Like, come on. Lights on. That episode was just telling you that sometimes it's gonna wait. It's gonna take a little bit longer. You're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. How Kobe waited on that bench for 3 years. He sat on the bench. Was drafted to the NBA, sat on the bench. It took for Rick Fox to get hurt. It took for the next person after Rick Fox to get hurt, for Kobe to get in. 3 years. Season 3, episode 8, Kobe. Don't give up. Keep going. I would like to think that, Kobe would be proud of that episode. Because it was what the Black Mamba mentality embodied. Sometimes it's harder to keep going when nobody's cheering for you. Sometimes it's harder to keep going when nobody really supports you how you need to be supported. But you focus on the good anyway. You focus on the positivity anyway. The Black Mamba mentality. Doing what you need to do and being the goddamn best at it. Rest in peace, Kobe. Man. It's crazy that I'd even have to say that. Fast forward. Season 3, episode 9, entitled Mirror, Mirror, Part 3. It's one of my favorite episodes as well because that is the episode where I get to share the mic, share the space as I always do with my young king. Happy belated birthday, baby. We passed it. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to love you. I'm so happy that I was chosen to bring you into this world we call life. And I thank you for doing that episode with me. You are the reason that I keep going some days when I feel like I can't do it. You are the reason that I keep going, man. You are the reason. And I love you and I thank you because you are such an amazing person. Not only a son, but an amazing person. And I'm so happy for you and anything that you do. And know that anything that you want to be, anything that you want to become, Saran, I love you. And you can do it. The only thing ever stopping you is you, son. I know we got challenges. I know we got bumps along the way. I know we have some obstacles. I know we have the game is rigged. I know we know that. It's a little harder for us, but we gotta keep going. Mirror, mirror, baby, and I'm so happy you named that because I reflect you, young king, as you reflect me. I love you. Season 3, episode 10, entitled The Return, 10 Toes Down. Man, oh, that episode was coming back from a brief hiatus. I think we had about a month off because we had projects that we had to do, places we needed to be, and things that, we needed to learn in order to come back. And, we needed that time off to regroup. We needed that time off to recuperate, digress and get things off of our chest. It's been a challenging time. And when we return 10 toes down, I let you know that nothing in life is impossible. Even impossible, when you break it up, says I'm possible. So anything that you think you can't do, know that it's been done. Look at the other people that's been doing it. Let that be fuel. Let that be fire to light it up under you. To tell you that it's okay. It can get done. You can do it. 10 toes down. Whatever decisions you make, say it with your chest. Whatever decisions you make, mean it, stand by it, live by it. Principle. Live by it. Be who you say you are. Because just because a tree is leaning doesn't mean it'll fall. Ice on. Episode 11 of season 3, entitled Big Homie Loyalty. Shout out to my big brother, more almighty. Hawk smash on them. That is the episode that we retired Big Homie Loyalty for the last and final time. He's going to come back. That don't mean he ain't going to be on the show. He's going to come back and he's going to rename it. We going to revamp that thing because that's what we do. And it's our shit and we can do that. But that episode, we just give you an update on what's been happening with us through the whole pandemic. Racial inequality and all that stuff in between. And that is the episode where we discuss the passing of Earl DMX Simmons, because everybody knows. I love that man. And DMX was one of my favorite MCs, my favorite rapper. I was hoping, that one day Divinity as a whole podcast would, I would get to sit with him and have him and just talk to him and catch the gems from him. But universe saw it a different way. I still got to see him in concert. My brother and I, we go back to when we first listened to DMX, what our favorite DMX songs are. And it was just a vibe. It's just us. Like we would sit on the back porch, have a little sippy sip, smoke a cigar. And that's just how we do. So I enjoyed that episode too. That's one of my favorites as well. I know they all my favorite. Don't get it twisted. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So thank you, Maul, for doing that episode with me. Can't wait to make more and many more memories with you. I love you. Man, season 3. Episode 12, y'all. One life to live. You only got one life to live. You only got one life to live. You only got one life. You only got one life to live. Is the episode where I tell you whatever it is you want to do, just do it. Because anybody, anytime, any place is always going to have something to say. And what somebody says to you should not affect the way that you handle your day-to-day to get to where you need to be. See, everybody thinks they has the recipe. Everybody seems to think they have the recipe, but that recipe might be harmful to you. You could be allergic. You got people in your ear telling you who you should be, what you should be doing, how you should be doing it. But it's not in alignment with who you are. It's not in alignment with your assignment. So how dare you let somebody take you off your course and tell you what you should be doing? This is your life. Live it. The worst thing that could happen is someone saying no. Because all it takes, y'all, is one like, one listen, one share, one sound word of advice, somebody to help you. You only have one life to live. Why not take the chance anyway? As long as it doesn't cause any hurt, harm, or danger to you, do it. Because you might not be able to do it again. Life is so precious, and I wish people would understand this. You only have one life to live. And if that means you got to lose a couple friends, you got to lose some nights of sleep, you got to lose some things that you thought you needed, unnecessary shit. In order for you to go to higher places, you got to get out of those low places. In order for you to sit at better tables, you got to get from around off the stoop. In order for you to do better things, you have to learn something new. You have to get out and experience life because you only have one life to live. Season 3, episode 13, entitled The Meditation. The meditation is 13 letters, by the way. In that episode, I give you an intro, a little peek into, some of the things that I say when I meditate daily, and I say, I am safe. I am peaceful. I am healthy in my mind. I am healthy in my body. I am healthy within my soul. May I live a life full of ease and well-being. I love me. I forgive me for things that I might have settled for then. I forgive me for not doing things that weren't in alignment with my assignment. However, I forgive me anyway, because in those lessons, in those times where I wasn't holding myself accountable, I realized that I needed to start doing these things to become a better person. The meditation is the episode where, we talk about the things that we love and, how we want to manifest welcoming joy into our lives, welcoming peace into our lives, welcoming love into our lives. No games. We're not wavering with the winds of lust. We're not wavering with the winds of right now. We're doing things right with integrity. Protect me from all hurt, harm, and danger. Protect me from evil forces seen and unseen. I am divinely protected. I am positivity. I'm positively V. I'm positivity. I'm positively V. V-I-B. Yeah, that's me. And that V stands for vibe. If you ain't matching my energy, please do not say hi. Because I'm a vibe. Yeah. The meditation is letting people dismantle themselves from your life. They like to listen to what other people have to say about you instead of being big dog and saying, oh, well, I heard this. I don't really care what you heard. Believe that shit because I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. The only thing I have to prove is to myself. And when you start just being you, people will gravitate you. The right people will gravitate towards you. Who cares what anybody is saying? I like to live my life. Me, Divinity. Me, Veronica. Me, Big V, or whatever, V Rocks on Nice, whatever, VIB, whatever you want to call me. I like to live my life getting to know people for myself. I've been around long enough that I've learned enough lessons that when my gut talks to me and it tells me some things, I'm not crazy. I'm right. I no longer have anybody's telling me or convincing me that I'm crazy. No, I'm not crazy. My body knows. My gut is another brain. It tells me when something is not right for me. So you want to believe what people say? That's cool. Love you anyway. You just can't sit with me. Oh, well, you should give the energy that people are giving to you. No, I'm not. Why should I stoop down to their level? I just know that they're not for me. Love you anyway. But I'm going to vibrate. I'm going to continue to vibrate on a different frequency. That just means you weren't meant to be tuned into me. And here we are, the final episode of season 3, entitled One for the Road. Man, this has been one for the road. Can I take a sip, y'all? It has been one for the road. Man, listen, we're almost approaching our 3-year anniversary. And as I close this thing, one for the road just simply means it's not goodbye. It's I'll see you later. It's not goodbye. I'll see you later. Let's just do one more for the road. One for the road, man. Cheers to better life. Cheers to getting older. Cheers to being blessed. Cheers to living the life that we said we were going to live. Cheers to people loving you with great intention. That's a major one. And cheers to you, the listeners, the ones that stuck around. Yes, it does get hard to faithfully do something, when you feel like you aren't appreciated. Yes, it is hard to stay faithful and keep doing something when the support isn't what you need. But when you just start looking at the things that you have, appreciating the things you have right now, gratitude, life can humble you, y'all. And I don't know what life holds for me, but I do know the things that I pray for are much bigger than I can ever fathom or ever even imagine. Challenges are just lessons preparing you for the very things that you are asking for. So be careful what you ask for. Be specific when you are bringing things and manifesting things into fruition. Speak clearly. Be 100% about it when you ask the Creator for things. Because life is so beautiful, y'all. Even with all this ugly in it, it is still beautiful. And I love you all, and I wish you well. We'll be back in August. And I'm going to use this time to just observe. I'm going to use this time to use discernment on the things and put my energy into things that mean something. More time for me to read, more time for me to learn, more time for me to grow. Episode 14, the finale of season 3, entitled One for the Road. Man, you couldn't have told me I would be here. We made it through a whole plandemic, as some would say. We still got a lot of work to do. I want to thank the ancestors who stood before me. Because this road has not been easy, and I can't even imagine what it was like for them. But we still got a lot to do. We still have a lot more work to accomplish, and we still have a lot to strive for. And before I get too emotional to finish this thing, I'm going to end it how I always end it. And hopefully season 4 will be back. Bigger, better, a lot more wiser than what we came in. And I truly hope that you soak in these gems. I truly hope that I have been an inspiration for you to keep going, because that's what it's all about, always about. Me sharing my walk with you in hopes that you feel somebody out there. You feel somebody can relate to the things that you are going through. You feel like the world doesn't understand you is what I was trying to say. I'm all choked up. You feel like the world just doesn't quite understand you. But there are people out here who do. And I am one of them. I reflect you. And whatever it is we need to work on, I hope we really are holding ourselves accountable. We're being a Gary Payton for ourselves and to others around us. Because remember how Gary Payton made Jordan step his game up. I hope the same for you. Before it's too late, love on your family. Love on yourself. Whatever it is, whatever beefs you got, let that shit go. Because no one is promised tomorrow. And if this is who we are meant to be, you might as well be the best goddamn version of yourself that you could be. The Black Mamba mentality, baby. Speak life into yourself the same way you speak to them plants. Water yourself the same way you water those plants. Love on yourself the same way you love on others. And I will try my best to do the same. Now, these past 3 seasons, my job has always been to feed you. And well, how you digest it, that is personal. Very, very personal. But as for me, and as for mine, it's always forward, baby. Forward always. Until next time, peace. I love you. See you season 4. Cause we got more. Hey, on to season 4, cause we got more. Thank you for listening these 3 years. I had you all ears. Bottom, see y'all. I'm out.